Hey, this is Corey from Woodcraft, and I'm back in nature. I got this tent set up, everything's soaking wet, it's been raining, the bugs are bad. But yeah, I had to quick set this up because it's still cloudy, and I don't know if it's gonna rain. And yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys that I'm out here. I'm doing a lot of reviews. I'm about to show you what's in my pack, and there's a lot of stuff in there that I want to review and test out this weekend, and so I'm going to take you guys along with me. But look at this view. I've missed this view, and I know you have too. So let's get into what's in my pack. Alright, so I'm not going to go through everything in my pack. I got a lot of it set up already because I thought it was going to rain. But here are the things that I'm testing out this weekend. I got a Trekology camp chair, which I did manage to get back into the bag. I'll do a review on this later, and you'll know what I'm talking about then. Then I do have the JX5 Vengeful 1 out here, so hopefully I can get some use out of that. And then I brought my Condor bush lore. I brought my Mora Garberg, and the reason I brought this is because I want to compare it to the new Mora Garberg Black, the carbon steel version. So I'm really excited about that. I got this in the leather sheath, so I have the multi-mount sheath and the leather sheath to do a comparison on those as well. And then Country Bound actually sent me these camp towels. Now, I use camp towels all the time. There's a lot of different kinds. I have a Sea to Summit and Fox Outdoors, and there's some other camp towels I use, so I'm excited to see how these stack up because this is a very budget-friendly option. And it comes with a lot more than just your standard camp towel. And then T&H Outdoors, you probably know them because they make my favorite pillow. Well, they sent me a sleeping pad that I want to do some testing and a review on as well. And so, yeah, so the T&H Outdoors and the Country Bound products we're going to test out, and we're going to get some feedback on those. And then the rest of the stuff I'm going to test out, and then I'll probably do reviews on it at home, just so that I can really test it out this weekend, and then when I'm home I can go and I can compare it side by side to some other things, especially this chair. So yeah, these are the things that I'm most excited about this weekend. I'm going to be testing them out, and yeah, it should be a really good trip. It seems like the sun's starting to come back out a little bit, so let's get to camping. I'm excited because on Instagram, you know, they always have those pictures of the open tent looking out into photoshopped stuff. Well, mine's not going to be photoshopped. I got the vestibule on this side, so you can see the vestibule, but it's got one on the other side too, the Outdoor Vitals Dominion. And yeah, I can't wait to take that picture. It's going to be real. It's going to be gorgeous too. Yeah, so I got this Trekology chair, trying to test it out, and I didn't think I'd be able to get it back in that bag, but it was actually pretty easy to. So it feels kind of, it's sturdy, but it's kind of wobbly, you know, and it's, I don't know, compared to my other camp chair, like that Ozark Trail one that I sit in the camping room when I do videos, the one with the cup holder and everything. That one you sit more up straight, where this one's more like angled, so it's more like a recliner. And so it's nice. I like it. The thing that I really like about it is there's no arms. You would think that those arms would come in handy, but they get in your way, especially like if I was whittling or cooking marshmallows or something, those arms always seem to get in the way because you're like this. So not having the arms being lower, you know, it's low but it's not too low. And yeah, I actually really like this chair. It might be coming with me a lot more often, as long as I'm not backpacking out. I don't think it's worth the weight for backpacking. It is small enough, but it's, you know, it's just more weight on your back. Yeah, I love it out here. I can't wait for you guys to see the reviews on these products. The things that I'm most excited about is that Garberg Black and the, I want to see how that sleeping pad works, because that sleeping pad, the self-inflating one worked really well. I liked that one a lot. So I'm excited to see how this one performs. Yeah, it should be a good trip. A lot of good videos coming up. But yeah, I just needed this moment. I needed to just sit out here and just relax and just, I know a lot of people, they like to come out here and rough it, and they like to come out here and practice survival and practice bushcraft, and I love coming out here with no agenda. You know, I leave all my bills, I leave all my stresses at home. You know, this is where I come to relax and get away and smooth it, like Horst Kefhart would say. You know, the real world's rough. This isn't that rough at all. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna enjoy the river a little bit, and then yeah, we'll see what happens from there. Alright, it's time to eat. I'm hungry. I brought a lot of different options because I didn't know if it was going to rain or not. But since it's not raining, I'm going to have some chicken and rice. And it wouldn't be a camping trip if I didn't have Mountain Dew. You guys think I'm joking. I really can't live without that stuff. I love Mountain Dew. I brought my alcohol stove. I'm gonna have to go to the river, filter some water. So that's, I brought the pot like I said I was gonna. If you watched my last video, just it all fits in here so nice. I was using my Blackthorn water bottle, but I brought my Pathfinder water bottle. And then I didn't bring the Pathfinder lid either because I don't plan on hanging my pot over a fire, so I don't need the slots. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Sawyer water filter. I'm going to go to the river. I'm going to filter me some water so that I can cook with it. So let's go to the river. Water's really low. Makes it not as easy. Usually the water is out by you guys, but it's really low at the beginning of this year. This is where having a bigger bag would come in handy. Wouldn't take me as many fills. Alright, back to camp. Alright, so I need 2/3 cups, 5.3 fluid ounces, which isn't a lot. And the measurements on here only go to 16, so I'm really going to have to eyeball this one. Call that good. This is where having a cup with all the fluid ounces on it would help. You know, 1 through 16, and then, you know, 20 and 25. Or even like a 1 through 8, and then 16, 20, 25. That would come in very handy. I'm gonna cheat on this one. I don't know if I have my lighter in here. Oh, I do. Pretty pink lighter. Pink and orange are the best lighter colors. Because if you drop them, you can always find them. And pink, most people don't want a pink lighter. Oh, so we're gonna let that come to a boil, and then you guys have seen Caroline make these 100 times. I'll come back and let you know how it tastes. But first, it's Mountain Dew time. Oh, that is delicious. All right, chicken and rice. I haven't tried this one yet. Caroline's gonna do a taste test video on one here soon, I think. We have like 3 of these because every time we see them, we're like, oh, we haven't tried that yet, and then we buy it, and then we see like, oh, we haven't tried that one yet, and bought it. I think we have like 3 or 4 chicken and rice, so hopefully she tries it soon. It's mostly rice with a little bit of chicken. I'll let you see it on her video. Spoiler alert, it's amazing. Oh, it's good. It's mostly rice, so you know it's going to be filling. And then it's got big chunks of chicken. Yeah, I'm already excited. I think I'm gonna collab on that taste test video too. Very, very good. And then with a little Mountain Dew. Oh yeah. I don't know if it gets any better. This is what it's all about. I know a lot of people like to practice survival skills and bushcraft skills, but at the end of it, you know, like just being out here and being a part of it is the best part to me. To me, this is the best part. All the skills in the world will never be as enjoyable as just sitting here in the quiet, listening to the river and the birds and just taking it all in. Listening to the wind in the trees. This right here is my happy place. It just happens that my happy place is in a lot of different parts of the state. I'm gonna finish up my meal, and then maybe I'll start a fire, and yeah, I'll check back with you in a little bit. So good. Alright, so everything's wet, and I have this set up. Here, let's take out the birch bark. Okay, so everything's wet. I have a zip fire starter, and I tried one of these a couple years ago, and I remember it worked really well. But I took a lighter and I just lit the package. So I want to see if I can start it with a ferro rod. I got a new ferro rod here. I want to see if I can light this with a ferro rod. So this is brand new. So I'm going to have to get the coating off of it. Okay. The wrapper doesn't light. So the wrapper doesn't light, but the if you open it up and you kind of fluff up the inside of it, it will start with a ferro rod. So that's pretty cool. This whole fire right now is just that cube, I think. see a lot of people get confused when it comes to smoke. You know, they stand on one side of the fire and the smoke goes that way. So then they go to the other side of the fire and the smoke follows them. And what actually is happening is you want the smoke, you want the wind to go from your left to your right. Okay, so then that way, as the wind blows, it's blowing that way. So if you stand on this side of the fire, it's gonna blow right into your face. But if you stand on this side of the fire, when that wind blows, it's gonna go around you and it's gonna start spiraling, just like it does in a river. When you're standing in the river and you got the current to your back and it spirals in front of you, the smoke does that same thing. And so what you wanna do is you want the wind going from the left to the right. You wanna be on the side of it so that it can blow that smoke over. So it might sweep your way as it's going from left to right, but it's not gonna stay in your direction. So that's something to keep in mind next time you're sitting around a fire and you can't beat the smoke. Just pay attention to which way the wind's blowing and try to be on the side so that it's going from left to right or right to left. Don't try to be behind it or in front of it. So as you can see me right now. It's blowing left and then the wind will pick up and it'll go right. Yeah, it makes a very enjoyable experience when you don't have to deal with that smoke. Alright, so my fire's dying down. I didn't really take care of it that much. I just kind of let it burn. I don't know, I just feel like relaxing today. Today's a great relaxed day. I do have on my belt here the Garberg Black. I've been using this. And yeah, it's a great knife. I got the leather sheath for it. And yeah, it's really good. I think my expectations for it were a lot higher than they should have been, but still a really good knife. I really like the original Garberg, the stainless steel Garberg. So if you've been waiting for the carbon steel, here it is. And it is, I don't know, to me, I don't see the difference. If you like carbon steel, this is going to be a really good knife. If you like stainless steel, the stainless steel one's going to be a really good knife. I really don't see a benefit to one over the other. The only thing is this one, you can strike sparks off the spine. But this one will probably be a little bit easier to sharpen. But the stainless steel one it's very easy to maintain. It's very easy to keep that edge. And so, yeah, I don't know. They blued the steel to protect it from rusting and corroding and stuff. So it's not like you're gonna learn how to take care of a high carbon steel blade like a traditional high carbon steel, because it's blued and it's treated, you know. Just like the stainless steel. The stainless steel, it's a lot easier to take care of, but it's easier to sharpen than other stainless steels. So they kind of took the best of everything and put it in their knives. It's just one is high carbon and one is stainless steel. But again, they're not. Like the stainless steel knife still strikes a ferro rod. And it still does stuff that the stainless steel doesn't typically do. And the high carbon steel is blued and treated, and so it's not going to rust as easily. It's not going to corrode as easily. You still got to keep it dry and clean, but you got to keep the stainless steel one dry and clean too. So yeah, I really like this knife. I think the more Garberg, whether it's the carbon or the stainless steel, I think everybody should have one. It's just one of those knives where it can do the work, you know. You can trust it. You know that it's going to perform. So yeah, be ready for a review on that. Oh, to be honest, guys, it's already 6 o'clock. It's almost dinner time. I just ate lunch not that long ago. I've just kind of been relaxing. I don't even have my dishes or anything put away. But the sleeping pad is fully inflated. I got that going for me. I'm going to try out those camp towels in a little bit here. I'm just going to go kind of wash up, see how they work out, and yeah, I just needed this trip. I know this video isn't what I typically make. It's more like a vlog, me just telling you what I'm doing, but it feels good. Yeah, last winter I went camping, and I didn't take the camera with me. I just sat and I just did nothing for an overnighter. Yeah, you gotta do it every once in a while. Every once in a while you just gotta go and do nothing. You know, no agenda, no nothing. The whole point of this trip for me is to just relax, not worry about life, test out some new gear I'm excited about. Yeah, just kind of take a break. I think the fire's done. I'm gonna let it be done. Oh, such a nice day. It rained on the way here, but yeah, so everything was soaking up. But once I got here, it stopped raining when I was like almost here. I was about halfway here, and then yeah, it's cleared up and turned out to be quite a nice day. It's supposed to rain tonight, so tonight when I'm sleeping, we'll see how that goes. But I have the Dominion, so I'm not worried about it. That thing, I've been in that with some rainstorms, and it's performed really well, so not worried about it. I think I'm going to play some games. I think I'm going to play some games. Alright. So, there are two games that I always have with me, and that's Farkle and a deck of cards. Now, there's a lot of solitaire games. There's a lot of group activities or group games that you can do with a deck of cards. So I always have that with me. But something that you guys probably haven't heard of is Pocket Farkle. This is a really fun game, especially when you have 2 or more people. The object of the game is it's just a dice game. It comes with 6 dice in here. And so there's other games that you can play with dice, especially dice and cards. But so what you do if you have multiple people is you want to get to 10,000. And so how to get points is a 5 is worth 50 points, a 1 is worth 100, and then if you get 3 of a kind in one single roll, you get that many points. And so 3 ones is 300. You get 100 per one, which is the same as if you would have just gotten 3 ones in the roll. But 3 2s is 200, 3 3s is 300, 3 4s is 400, 3 5s is 500, 3 6s is 600. But then you can also get like poker hands. So if you roll and you get 4 of a kind, you get 1,000 points. 5 of a kind is 2,000 points. 6 of a kind is 3,000 points. If you get a straight 1 through 6, you get 1,500 points. 3 pairs is 1,500 points, and 2 triplets is 2,500 points. And so you got to get that in one roll. And so you roll, and you have to keep something. So here I got 3 6s and a 5, so that's 650 points. And so now I can roll again, or I can keep my points. And so I can either keep the 650 or I can roll again. I got a 1, so now I'm at 750. I got 1 dice left, so it has to be a 1 or a 5. And so I would probably stop at 750 points. But if I roll again and I get a 3, I farkle and I lose all my points. I get nothing. And then it's the next person's turn. And so what I like to do is I like to just roll the dice and see. So like right here, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 1s. And so I got 3, 4, 500 points in one roll. So I'd probably stop again. So I'm actually doing really well. But I like to just roll and see what I would get. Another thing I like to do is if I have paper and pen, I'll get to 10,000. So let's say it takes me 25 turns to get to 10,000. The next time I play, I'll try to get to 10,000 in 24 or less turns. And so it's just something to keep you occupied, you know. It's not the funnest thing in the world, but it is fun, and it does keep your mind off of different things. And so I really like Pocket Farkle. Me and Caroline, we've played this a lot, especially on rainy days. We'll play this in the tent. She likes to bring other games too. She likes to play Skippo, and we have a Monopoly card game, and there's other games that we like to play too, but these are the ones that I always have with me. And then I have a deck of cards, and these are the UST survival cards. So they're your standard deck of cards. They come with 2 jokers with little hikers on them. And then they come with these in case of emergency cards, where you fill out your name, your street address, city, state, zip, birth date, blood type, phone number, emergency contact, doctor phone, allergies. Fill this out and keep it on you on all your outings, and then keep a copy in your car. So if something were to happen to you, they know who you are, how to help you, and it's just a good practice. I don't use them, but it's a good practice. It's something that I could keep in my wallet if I wanted to. And then yeah, it's just a deck of cards so you can play solitaire. But if you get sick of playing games, you can just read the cards. So here we'll have the 3 of diamonds. Be visible. If lost, make sure you are visible to searchers. Place reflective and bright items near your shelter. Use large sticks or rocks to make arrows on the ground pointing to your shelter. So that's in an emergency situation where you're lost. You know, this is something that I try to practice, because being lost is something that happens. A lot of people get lost every year, and it doesn't take a lot to get lost. Once you enter a woods that you're unfamiliar with and all the trees start looking the same and you kind of get disoriented, you don't have to be far from where you started to get lost. You know, if you think you're heading towards the car and you're actually headed along the highway, and you've been walking, it took you 10 minutes to get to where you were at, and you've been walking for 20 minutes thinking you've been heading towards your car, you start to panic and you start to do things that probably don't make sense. So being able to just calm down and be like, okay, I still have my pack, I still have my tent, I have everything. It's just inconvenient camping at that point. It's not even that inconvenient, really. It's just you're camping where you didn't plan on camping. And so going and setting up camp, I like to have my red tent. I like that because when I set up in a location, I can scout out, and as long as I can see my tent, I know that I'm not going too far. The second I start and I can't really see my tent, that's when I start going back. And so keeping arrows, drawing out maps, whatever it takes to make sure that you're familiar, even though you're lost, being familiar with where you're at and what's around you and what resources you have. You know, even if you make arrows pointing to the water, you know, like this way is to the river, this way is to a big wood pile I found, this way is to an apple tree, you know, like all these different coordinates and things so that you can maintain and not panic and be safe. I think it's a good practice. Or when people start seeing all these arrows and stuff, they're like, what the heck is going on here, you know? Maybe they'll start shouting for you or doing other things. So, 7 of diamonds. Keep warm in the cold. Hypothermia can kill faster than any other threat in an extremely cold climate. Staying warm and keeping your body temperature up should be first priority. Light a fire each night for warmth and dry out any clothes that are wet. Yeah, staying warm is very, very important. Hypothermia can kill you, but what people don't talk about is being cold in general. Like when you're cold, everything is harder. Getting wood is harder. Cutting the wood down is harder. You know, using your knife is harder. Everything is harder. When you're cold, everything is harder. Even if you're not hypothermia cold, just being cold in itself can really slow a person down and really make them drag. And so making sure that if you're cold, that you're staying warm and that you're staying dry. And even if you have a fire, not being away from that fire to the point where you start making mistakes and doing things because you can't feel your hands, you know. Make sure you take adequate breaks at that fire to keep the blood moving and to keep everything working correctly. So even if you're not hypothermic, make sure that you're taking breaks at that fire, because it really makes a difference. It really does. 6 of hearts. Animal encounters. Reduce your chance of an encounter with dangerous wildlife. Attach a bear bell to your pack or make noise on the trail to alert animals of your presence. Don't feed animals as it may attract bigger or aggressive predators. Store food well and keep it away from your camp. So yeah, when it comes to animals and wildlife, I try to keep them all away. I don't like squirrels or chipmunks or rabbits, or I don't like anything in my camp. And so I like to whistle. I go, you know, and just to alert everything that, hey, there's something here. And I'll just randomly whistle just to let everything know that I'm still here. I'm still doing what I need to do. And yeah, I make sure that all my trash, if I pack it in, I pack it out. So in my earth sack, there's a trash can here that I throw everything in. But so I have my food in the earth sack, which prevents animals from getting at it. And then I have them in these bags that reduce odor so that they can't smell it, minus the mountain house. But I also have a garbage bag in here. And so I'll put the stuff in the garbage bag, and then depending on how nasty this is, I'll either take the stuff out and throw it away, or I'll just throw the whole bag away when I get home. But I always have a 1 gallon in the bottom here to use as a garbage bag. So don't feed the animals. Rule number 1. And then yeah, I tie my earth sack to a tree, and it's Kevlar, so bears can smash my food and they can paw at it and smush it, but they can't get at it to eat it, and they can't run off with it. So my food might be smushed in the morning, but it's still edible and it's still mine. And then Mountain Dew is life. So one more. It's not late, but it's starting to get dark. 6:22. It's probably gonna rain again. I don't want my camera getting wet. 10 of clubs. Check your position. Review your location on your map and use your compass throughout the day. It's difficult to locate yourself on a map if you lose sense of where you are or which direction you've traveled in, especially at night or under a tree canopy. That's something. So I don't really check my compass a lot, but what I do is I study the map ahead of time, and I have a escape direction. So like the river here, you know, I know that the river is east, and so I'm not going to cross the river. So wherever I am, if I head east, I'll get to the river, and then from the river I just have to follow it, you know, use it as a handrail to get to either my camp or there's a town way over there. So yeah, I use that as my tap out. You know, if I'm lost and I don't know where I am, I'll pull out my compass and I'll head east. I think it's east. Now I'm looking. I'm at camp. But yeah, so I'll head. Yeah, it is east. And so I'll head east. And then that's just, my compass is already even set for east, because I knew I was coming out here. So I'll put the red in the shed, and then I'll head east towards the river. And it's already set up for that. And so that's how I use the compass. If I'm in a place where I'm unfamiliar and I'm trying to find something, that's when I'll take my coordinates, you know, and I'll make sure that I keep looking at the map, keep checking my compass, make sure that everything's lining up. But for just camping, yeah, east is the river. And so as long as I don't cross the river, I can head east and I can find the river, and I can go down the river and or up the river depending on which way I traveled. You know, if I'm going that way, I'm gonna go up, follow up the river, and then if I'm that way, I'm gonna follow down the river. So as long as I don't get mixed up north and south, I should be fine. I'll always find camp somehow, or I'll find a town that can direct me towards camp, and that's how I do that. But yeah, so it's one of the ways that I keep occupied. I'll play solitaire, I'll play Farkle, I'll read these cards. Sometimes I'll bring a book. I didn't bring a book this time just because I had so much stuff that I had to bring, so much stuff that I'm testing, and like the different knives and the chair and the towels and all this new stuff that I'm testing out. So I didn't bring a book, but this stuff stays in my possibles pouch, and I always bring my possibles pouch. And you guys seen what's in here. Oops. And that lives in there. So yeah, and then if I plan on scouting, like I plan on going to some land, scouting it out. So if I can find a place to set up camp, and I do plan on scouting around, that's when I bring my haversack. So I'll put this in the haversack, and then I'll have this and some other things with me, and then I can collect stuff too as I go. So yeah, it's so beautiful out here. I needed this little getaway. I thought about if I was gonna bring the camera or not, because honestly I'm worried about it getting wet. I don't have a GoPro. I use a DSLR. It's the Canon 80D, which I'm almost on 200 videos. And so my 100th video, I went live and I live streamed how I got to 100 videos. At 200 videos, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go my 200th video, I'm gonna go live, and I'm gonna show you what I use. And so I'm excited about that. I'm like 11 videos away from 200, which is crazy. But I don't have a GoPro, and so with it being rainy and wet and everything, I don't want to wreck this camera. It's a very expensive camera. But so I thought about just coming out here and relaxing and just doing my own thing, but I'm glad you came with. I'm really enjoying your company. I like showing you guys this side of camping. I think a lot of people that are on YouTube, they show, you know, like they come out with a tarp and they, you know, like they have an agenda and they have skills that they're trying to show. And I would like to do that as well, but I don't think there's enough just relaxing and enjoying. You don't have to be a survival expert to go camping and enjoy the woods. You don't have to have the knowledge or go to a special school to get out here and have fun, you know. I'm out here I had a little fire, I made lunch, I'm gonna make dinner here soon. I'm gonna make ramen for dinner. And you don't have to be an expert to be out here. You don't have to know that whole deck of cards before you can come out here and enjoy it, you know. I just feel like the fun and the relaxation of camping and bushcraft is kind of being forgotten about. You know, everybody's trying to teach skills, but no one's trying to teach you how to just enjoy it, you know. I don't know how much of this I'm going to leave in, how much I'm going to edit out, but I'm really glad I got to come out here. I'm really glad that I'm in front of the camera. You know, there's not a lot to this. If you really break it down, you get a tent, you get a sleeping bag, you get a sleeping pad. I get a pillow. I like my pillow. You get some cooking implements. That's about it. You don't really need much else. Maybe a chair. Knives are fun to play with if you like to carve and whittle and stuff. But most of it is just sitting here and enjoying the freedom, the peace and quiet. It doesn't get any better than this, guys. It really doesn't. Alright, so it's dinner time. I probably got about an hour of light left. It's it's 7:15, so I'm gonna make some noodles. I've been out here for, I don't know, I got out here at 2, so 5 hours. 5 hours doing nothing. It's the best day ever. We're using the same water that we got from the river earlier. Put this on. Got my Mountain Dew under the scarf here, so bugs don't get in it. Gonna be eating chicken ramen. Growing up, I used to call this ramen. My family always called it ramen. And then you get older, and then you start hearing other people say it, and then it's ramen. Smash it nice and good so you can eat it with a spoon. But I'm gonna let this boil, and while we do that, why don't I show you, there's 9 sites here, there's 9 camp spots here, so I'll show you all 9. So let's do it. Alright, so I was sitting here, and the clouds are coming in pretty over here. The line's about right there, and then it's dark over there. So hopefully I can get these noodles done before it starts to rain. It got dark quick. I had to turn my frame rates down. I turned my audio down too, so hopefully I sound a little better than I did that last frame. But yeah, I had to turn my frame rate down so that you guys could see me. It's getting dark. close. Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy how I haven't done anything, but it just seems like the day is flying by. I gotta leave early-ish tomorrow morning. Gotta get home, take care of the dog, take care of some things. So I can't stay late tomorrow, but I'll wake up and I'll probably eat breakfast, tear down, and head home. So my vacation seems like it's flying by. I'm gonna try to get out here more often, especially now that it's nicer. It's supposed to get down to about 30 degrees tonight. So I have my intermediate sleeping bag, the black sleeping bag. I had to put my sweatshirt back on because I was getting cold sitting around. But yeah, so I should be fine. I also brought long johns to sleep in. If I get cold, I can put my long johns on, but I should be good to go. Yeah, I'm not real worried about it. Kind of worried about this rain. I don't want to get stuck out in the rain, especially my camera. I worry about this camera a lot. It's very expensive camera. I can't afford another one. That's for sure. But yeah. I had a lot of fun out here today. That's the thing that I wanted the most. I wanted to come out here, do a lot of nothing, and just have fun. I did get to test out some things. I'll tell you what, that Trekology chair is a lot more comfortable than this wood bench. But yeah, hopefully that sleeping pad works out well tonight. Yeah, it's just kind of like a relaxed day, test day. So close. Yeah, I'm sad it's already so late. 7:40. Clouds are all coming in. It's probably gonna rain tonight. Yeah. It's getting so dark I can see the flame. I know you can't tell on the camera because I have the ISO up, and so it looks a lot brighter on the camera than it actually is in real life. But it's just so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Quit peeking, Corey. You're letting all the heat out. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this, and then I'll probably talk to you guys in the tent. I'm gonna see if I can set it up so that I can actually talk to you guys. I don't know if my lens is wide enough, but we're gonna find out, because I'm gonna have to go in the tent, stay dry. It's boiling. So I'll probably talk to you next in the tent, and we'll see what goes from there. Alright, so I'm in the tent. Hopefully you guys can see okay. It's probably really grainy. My ISO is through the roof, so it's probably grainy. You probably can't see real well because it's so dark. I just have my Lucy light here. But yeah, I ate my noodles and then I went for a walk. It was a really nice walk. There's a lot of white-tailed deer that were so I saw a lot of white butts running away. Yeah, it was nice. It's so nice just to get out here and just enjoy myself, you know. Like, this is, I know that this isn't a normal video. Usually when I'm doing these, I'm showing you guys stuff and I'm teaching you guys stuff, and I'm, you know, but I just wanted to get out here and just enjoy it. I haven't gone camping and it feels like a long time. It's been months, I think. And yeah, I just wanted to hang out, not really do much of anything. I got the sleeping pad, which I'm testing. I'm testing the Garberg Black. I didn't really get much use out of the Condor today. I was having too much fun with the Garberg Black, but you know, I think I'm gonna do a lot more of these videos where I just come out here and just bring you with, you know, and we can hang out and we can do nothing together, because it's hard to, you know, like, come out here and then do a Garberg Black video, and then a sleeping pad video, and then a towel video, and then a Condor bush lore video, and then, you know, and my trip turns into making videos and trying to get my videos done instead of just enjoying myself. And so I think I'm going to try to make a balance. I'm going to have some videos like this where we just hang out and I show you the stuff that I'm testing, and then I'm going to have other trips that are dedicated to gear reviews. And so let me know in that comment section if you like this, or even if you've made it this far. I appreciate you a lot, because a lot of people, they don't like long videos or cut videos like this. And so if you're still here, I really appreciate you. I can't believe how much my channel's grown and how much, you know, I almost have 100,000 views. And that's insane to me. That was one of my goals. I was hoping to one day get 100,000 views, and I'm like almost there. And that's, oh, it's insane. My two goals were to get 20,000 subscribers and 100,000 views, and I got my 100,000 views. Now I'm working on 20,000 subscribers, and once I have those, I don't know where to go from there. I love doing this. You know, I love camping, and the thing is I could talk about this and I could do this every day, all day. And my family and my friends get sick of hearing about it, you know. But I can take you guys with me, and you guys are just as passionate and like doing this just as much as I do. So I can sit and I can talk about sleeping bags and sleeping pads and knives and all this stuff with you guys, and you guys keep wanting more, you know. You guys add to the conversation in the comment section. You share your knowledge and your questions. You share it with other like-minded people that want to talk about this stuff all the time. And yeah, I love being on YouTube. You know, last winter I went on a trip and I didn't take you guys with me because I was worried about my camera and I was worried about different things, and I just kind of went out and I missed it. Like, I missed making the videos. I thought it was going to be nice not having to do videos, but it kind of was the opposite. It was kind of like, I should have done a video on this, and I should have done a video on that, and I wish I could have filmed this so I could show you guys this. And you know, it's just weird how things change sometimes. Yeah, it was just, this trip was mostly just that. It's just me thinking about life, thinking about the channel, thinking about camping gear. Yeah, I just wanted you guys to come with. I just wanted you guys to come and do nothing with me for a while. We don't have to survive any situations. We don't have to bushcraft up anything. We just have to relax and enjoy nature. And that's what I wanted to do today, and I think I accomplished that. I think we did really well. But I'm going to get some sleep. I will see you in the morning, bright and early, because I got to get up and get back home. So good night, everybody.
Oh, it's cold this morning. It got cold last night. Oh. I can't stay long this morning. Probably gonna eat some breakfast and then pack up and head out. The vacation's over. Now it's just a 2.5 hour car ride home. Mountain Dew. Oh. Pop-Tart for breakfast. The best Pop-Tarts are strawberry and brown cinnamon sugar. My Pop-Tart's cold. Kind of hard. But yeah, it was a good trip. I didn't do a lot, but I had a lot of fun. But that being said, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna pack up. I want to thank you all so much for coming with me, and make sure to leave any knowledge or questions in that comment section. What do you think of this video? Do you like when I just take you with me with no agenda and we just do a lot of nothing? Let me know in that comment section. And then make sure to like and share this video to help spread those ideas and opinions to the people we care about most. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and come join the pack. I have a new video every Sunday and Thursday, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Thanks, guys. It's beautiful out there.